Y'all, it's just been so long since I read a book in a day. Hello, today is Tuesday. Great. Hi, wonderful. I have had a really poopy day. Let's get into some goods. So, first off, it is Tuesday. I think I said that. Yesterday, I recorded this whole thing. Yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Happy birthday to him. And in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day, I read an entire book. And when I tell you, okay, it wasn't really in honor of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I just ended up reading a book in one day. I know. Who am I? What? Who am I? Okay. Girl. Anyway, so ended up reading an entire book, and the book that I read was White Snow by Tiffany D. Jackson. This book was amazing. Look at her. Beautiful. This book was amazing. I straight up rated it 5 out of 5 stars. I wrote a tiny little review on Goodreads, and then I read some of the other reviews, and I was like, dang, my reviews be like real shrimpy, like, like ain't got no meat to them at all. But, está bien, es lo que sea. Anyway, but I read the book, 5 out of 5 stars. It was great. It was wonderful. Talked about so many different topics, from racism to drug abuse to so many different things, which I have a horrible, horrible, horrible fear of anything in relation to drugs. And I don't know why I read this book and I kept reading, but I read the book. I regret it now, but I read the book. Point is it was still a good book. And it was really good. Had such deeply flawed characters. Like, the main character was not just this perfect girl that was just like, oh, she's just not like the other girls, like, nah, she was deeply flawed. She is a deeply flawed character. And I genuinely love that. Like, I'm thinking I'm starting to like genuinely flawed characters way more than characters that are just deemed or set up to be these perfect individuals. Because the perfect individuals just make mistakes that are weird. Like, it's like, sis, why are you doing that? Like, you know better. You literally know better because you're set up to be this character that is perfect. Hi. But anyway, this character, Mari, she is definitely not your perfect individual. She's great. I love her. Wonderful. Yeah. It is a horror book, and it's so crazy because I genuinely was like, hold up. Like, how am I reading this horror book? And I have been looking for a horror book since like last summer, since summer of 2022. I can't believe it's 2023 already. What am I doing with my life? Anyway, since summer of 2022, I have been looking for a seriously great horror book, and here it is. This book just has been sitting on my shelf for so long. It's been sitting on my shelf. You want to know where I got this book? I technically got the book for free too. I got it from my school book giveaway. Anyway, so got it from my school, and the book is super good, super amazing. I mean, I can't believe it's just been sitting on my shelf this whole time, and I have not picked it up until yesterday. And then actually, it wasn't yesterday, it was genuinely like the day before. It was like the night before, and I read like a couple pages, maybe like 8 pages. And then Monday morning, I woke up at like 6 a.m., started reading, and I did not put it down. Like, I didn't put it down at all. Like, y'all, it's just been so long since I've read a book in a day, and I just feel so like, I don't know. It's not even like I'm proud of myself. It's just like I'm so happy that I genuinely found something that I love. Like, I'm glad I found a book that I liked that much. If you guys know any other books or have read any other books by Tiffany D. Jackson, please let me know. Hook your girl up in the comments below. Okay, because I need to know. Tell me, baby girl, because I need to know. Okay. I decided I wasn't gonna pick up another book for a while. However, today, because I had such a sucky day, I went to Barnes and Noble and I picked up some books. Let's talk about the first one, the bigger one. The Stardust Thief. This is by Chelsea Abdullah. I am excited for it because it's giving me City of Brass vibes, and I loved City of Brass, so I'm excited. I read a little. Ooh, ¿qué es eso? Whoa, The Tale of Amir and the Lamp. Okay. So it's beautiful. And I'm really hoping that the cover is not, like, you know, you feel me? Like, I hope that it's not one of those beautiful covers, bad books kind of vibes. Yeah, pray to God that's not the case. But it is a very beautiful book, and I'm excited to read it, giving me City of Brass vibe. So the next book I picked up was, okay, I know I'm gonna get her name wrong, so don't come at me. It is Notes on Grief by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. Adichie. This book, it's called Notes on Grief, and I basically picked this one up. I actually recently gave away one of my favorite books on grief, which is a book called Healing After Loss. And I recently gave it away to someone who basically lost someone in their family. And so this book, I went to Barnes and Noble tonight, and I don't know, it just caught my eye. And I already love this author so much. I have a few of her books, the 2 books on feminism, so We Should All Be Feminist, and also the second companion book to that. So when I saw this, I was like, oh yeah, definitely. Like, what are we talking about? Let's make it happen. So yeah. So I picked up these 2 books, and hopefully they are good. But I am not going to start reading just yet. Like, I don't think I'm necessarily going to start reading just yet. Well, maybe Notes on Grief. I don't, it's short. It's a short read. So maybe Notes on Grief. And you want to know something? I'm just going to say this. Unpopular opinion of the year. I wish that more authors would come out with books this size. I'm just saying. I just wish that more people would come out with books that are this size, that are this, tiny, compact, and quick to read. Because quite frankly, I think that words can package just of a punch if it's in shorter form than if it's a long book. Like, I'm just saying, there's plenty of authors with beautiful short stories that I'm saying, you feel me? Like, you get what I'm saying? You get me? You get me. I'm going to say yes because I'm talking to the camera. Okay. Now I'm going to go to bed. All right, y'all. Bye-bye.